I used to be a shoplifter, and I was not the kind of shoplifter who boosts stuff, trunk loads of stuff to go and sell for half price. I never did that. But I stole things just for myself. I didn't want to pay for razor blades because they're expensive, or I didn't want to buy a lighter. I smoked crack, so I went through a lot of lighters. So I never wanted to buy. I always needed a lighter, so I'd always steal one. And it was a thrill to get away with stealing things. But it started out as a very small thing, no big deal. I didn't have money to buy something in childhood, not childhood, but like teenage years. And so instead of earning the money to get it, I stole the shirt that I wanted, and I got away with it, and it gave me a charge. And then I thought, oh, I'll try that again. So all bad habits start off that way. All bad habits start off as one decision. Sometimes it's a really bad decision. Obviously, stealing something is a bad decision. But let's say eating sweets after every meal. I wouldn't call that a bad decision, but if you are an overeater, that triggers something in you. That sugar in your system makes you want more sugar. And then you find yourself waking up and eating cinnamon buns instead of, cereal or something, yogurt, something that's better for you. And before you know it, you're eating sweets all the time, and you're heavier than you should be, and you can't afford buying new clothes, and everything's tight on you, and you feel down on yourself. And that was a bad habit that started out as, I'm just going to eat something sweet after every meal. If you do that, you'll find that when you're done with the meal, you go, what can I get that's sweet? It's a habit. It's a habit that you get into. Same with, let's say, smoking pot. You smoke weed, and all the time. Then before you know it, you can't have fun and enjoy yourself and laugh and have a good time unless you're stoned. And it's a bad habit. It started out as just an occasional smoke or to get rid of anxiety or to help with pain. And now you want to smoke pot all the time because you can't enjoy the TV show the same way if you're not smoking pot. That's because it started out small and it grew and it grew and it grew. Those habits, bad habits, are negative ideas from the enemy that he sends. You take the bait just like a fish and you get hooked. You get hooked on doing that, and you do it repeatedly, and it brings damage, more damage, more damage, more damage. The more weight you gain, the more unhealthy you become, the worse you feel about yourself. You can become a diabetic. It's bad for your heart. It's bad on your legs and your veins and your impact when you're exercising or when you're walking, and now your back hurts. It starts out as a negative thing, but it's intended to destroy your life. And the same thing with drugs, and the same thing with gossip, and the same thing with anger. Listen, bad habits are things that will grow to a point that they destroy your life. They devastate your life. The Lord tells us to take care of our temple. And he says that so we don't become overeaters. The Lord instructs us to be careful with our finances because he knows that that credit card debt will end up taking your house, your family, and everything that you value if you let it get too far out of control. Same thing with being of sober mind. The Word of God tells us to stay sober-minded, to be not drunk with wine, and so on and so forth. Because he knows that in time, if we do that stuff excessively, it gets to a place where it destroys us. The enemy wants to ruin your life. He wants to keep you from being and having what God designed you to have. And you have the ability to say no. You have the ability to stand up, fight back, not get defeated by his tricks and his schemes. So when these little bad habits that you just pick up, that you notice, like let's say complaining or finding fault, and then you say, man, I'm doing that a lot. You have to stop immediately and go, I'm not going to do that. Lord, show me when I'm being negative about something, and I'll make a change. I'll stand against it. And so then you have to go, okay, that was negative. I'm sorry, and say it out loud. I shouldn't have said that. That was negative, and that's just not a good way to look at life. Because if you'll call yourself on it, if you'll say in front of people, I shouldn't have said that, or I shouldn't have done that, it'll make you more aware of it. And the more aware you become of it, the less you'll do it. That will help you break the bad habits. Like I said, the bad habits are intended to eventually destroy you. Watch yourself and get control over those things and do the things that will make you not react and respond that way, and that won't bring detriment to your life. It's good advice. Take it. It's important that we have a reason to wake up every day. It's amazing. I've experienced it, and so can you. Take your feelings to Him. He's good. You can do it. It'll make a difference.